So hello Dhanalakshmi and welcome. So after an eventful year of entrepreneurship and innovation program that we have been building, today we are now culminating it into a grand showcase across the locations. Young innovators are coming from different locations and participating and will be showcasing their ideas to our juries. On this note, I want to ask, what was the aim to create this entire impact program?
Hello Shubhangini, very happy to share with you our aim of the entire ATL project. Bayer as an organization has a purpose of science for a better life. So aligned with that, we also rolled out a CSR project on education and education towards promoting the scientific temperament of students. So with that aim, we started this project, and what we're also looking at is catching the children young. I think it's the right age to catch children when they are in their 6th grade or 7th grade, so that it's easier to build some of these skill sets in them, and they are the future generation. So building them and building the next generation of innovators, I think that's the biggest aim for us.
So as you spoke about the impact, the entire aim of creating this impact program, you must have come across a lot of partners, and while choosing, you would have really looked at something different in that partner. So has ENpower been that right partner, and if yes, why?
When we make a partner of choice, we go through a lot of parameters. There's a lot of aspects that we look at in a partner. So what struck us with ENpower was the kind of the approach itself to build this young, innovative generation, and the design thinking coaches, the thinking coaches who are technically qualified, who will spend their time with the children and be able to help the children create those prototypes. That was one. And then I think the young, energetic and bubbly team of ENpower, who would be able to interact with the children and who will be able to spark that interest. So I think that was what got us to go on with ENpower, and it's been a fantastic journey. I would say the last 1 year that we've been on this journey. Very great journey, excellent coordination from the team, excellent support from the team, and very happy to see how we've been able to take this to the next level.
Wonderful.
And looking forward, to really building that young, innovative generation.
Super. Nice. Thanks so much. In this entire year, could you personally experience any of the sessions, especially the classroom sessions, physically, where you would have met children, you would met the mentors and the ENpower coaches? So, you want to share about some experiences or key moments that talk about?
Sure, why not? I mean, I've always been fascinated with science, being a science student myself. So it was such a nice thing for me to be a part of the teacher training sessions that happened in Bangalore. So what I really liked during some of those sessions with the teachers was the teachers had that enthusiasm to learn. And that spark that you see in teachers, you're sure that it gets passed on to the next generation. And the teaching coaches from ENpower made the sessions so lively and hands-on. I think that experiential learning or the experiential training is something that's absolutely required, and that's what the ENpower team did. And I've also had the fortune of visiting maybe about 5 or 6 of the ATL adopted schools by Bayer. And even there, it's very nice to see how the children are so enthusiastic, full of questions, so eager to learn, and listening to some of their ideas. And I also had a chance to see what is called as, a very innovative thought that came from the children. A staircase for the visually impaired.
Wow.
And I got to see the model as well. I think that was something that really caught my attention.
Right.
So, I think these small ideas which can definitely get on to become a commercial viable product in future, that's what we look at.
Absolutely, and same goes with us. We also believe, and that's why we always emphasize that children should learn about empathy, because the moment they become empathetic, that is where they start thinking about the pain of others, and that is how beautiful ideas are built, and that is what our aim as ENpower team is also. So thanks for that.
And I would also like to add, in some of the sessions that we've had with the children, we've been trying to build, let's say, team skills or leadership skills, talking to them about some of these softer aspects which has become so important these days. So we are trying to inculcate that as well. While ENpower is giving the technical skills, we are trying to top it up with some of these soft skills which we go and do as ATL volunteers.
Absolutely wonderful. Highlight some key moments that you want to talk about, some personal moments or some conversations with the students that you want to share.
Yeah, like I said, the students, the minute you enter a school, they are like first, very a little scared and all, but then slowly they open up and start sharing their ideas, start sharing their questions. So in one of the experiences that I had when I went to a school, I was just listening to some of the ideas that the children had, and then I just posed them a question. Because I have an elderly mother at home, and I was just thinking that whenever she sits on a chair, she cannot put her feet on the ground, and that causes a lot of suffering and a pain. So I just asked the children if they can do something to, help such senior citizens. And within a span of 5 minutes, I got umpteen answers. Somebody saying that, you use a lever where people can rest their foot, and then you can raise the foot and all. Multiple answers that I got, and that was such a heartwarming experience for me, because you're so happy when you hear children think on their feet and able to come up with solutions.
Absolutely, and that goes to show that if the right exposure, if the right training and the right mentoring is given, students can really do wonders.
Yes.
And that is where our belief also is very strong of building that mindset right from the tender age of it, when they are in 13, 14 is very important. So we as a team, we as an organization strongly believe in building those skills at a younger age. On that note, what is your idea of building an entrepreneurship mindset among school children?
So like I said, catch them young. There is something that we really believe in, and even I believe in that. And the second is, I think it's the freedom to experiment. You have thoughts, and you're given that freedom to experiment, to create those ideas. So for me, entrepreneurial mindset is that. It's a place where, you give children all the equipment, all the kind of support that they require. Set them free, and they'll be able to come up with ideas. So that's what I think.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. And then that brings to my last question, that in this endeavor of creating an impact, this is just the beginning, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it's like we say, there are miles to go and a lot of things to do now. We just did 5 locations. We want to do more locations, more students, and create this impact at a larger scale. What will be your expectations as a next level, for the next level program? Any areas where you want to focus in specific while we create this impact?
Yeah, so I must say that in the last 1 year, things have been going on pretty well. But yeah, things were slowed down because of the COVID and the pandemic, which we all know. So I would say the next level for us is to see how we can get more and more physical sessions done. We've been doing a lot virtually, but I think the physical presence of a coach or a teacher makes a lot of difference to the students. So I think we need to see how we can build in a lot more physical sessions. That's one. And the second is, how can we get the ATL to be a part of the curriculum? If that can be done, I think, we would have definitely moved the needle.
Okay. Great, thank you. And with that thought, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Most importantly, I want to thank you and the Bayer team for trusting us throughout the process. I want to specially thank ATL team for all the support, because without them this wouldn't have been possible, and we are on to a great path of success. So thank you so much. Thanks for the interview, Dhanalakshmi.
Thank you, Shubhangini. Thank you so much, and it's been wonderful to be a part of this entire journey. And yes, thanks to the ATL team for this opportunity that they have created by building the ATLs itself. So thanks to them, and thanks to your team also for the support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.